Right, all right. Wings up, everyone. Wings up.
Wings
Happy,
up.
happy Thursday. How are you? Wings up.
Wings.
Up.
Yeah, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Wings up.
Y'all don't
Wings.
Yes,
sound
sir.
y'all don't sound like your wings are up. Sound like your wings
Oh,
is
my
down.
wings up. Wings up.
Man,
Up. Yes.
maybe I should say wings down, wings
Oh,
down.
no.
No,
All
no,
right, we
not at
wings up.
all.
Wings up, Mo. Wings up.
Thank you,
Can't
thank you,
fly. Yeah,
thank
we
you.
can't fly with the wings down.
I'm tell you those are called chickens.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so glad to be here today, guys. I'm really, really excited about today's training. I actually shift gears today a little bit. Just FYI, I was going to talk about some other things, and but I just literally switched this training around today. Okay, because I'm listening to some of the calls that's going out. First of all, kudos on all of you all that's been making calls and your outbound calls. Kudos to you for taking that leap and not, being afraid to step out. I'm listening to the calls and because of course you guys know we can monitor these calls. So I'm listening in. And there were some things that I noticed about the calls today. And I said, oh, you know what? We need to handle these decision makers or people categorizing us or categorizing these calls as sales calls. Okay. So what I want to do is, we've talked about the different scripts. Does anybody have the script, the link that I gave you all? Anybody have? If you do, just put it inside the chat. The link for the pitch that we're doing. Okay, the money talk script. If you got that link, put it in there. I don't have it in front of me. So, but if you haven't, put it inside the chat. But what I found is, and they're just listening. Of course, guys, we're tweaking as we're going. As I'm listening to you all, I'm tweaking where we need to come in stronger, what we need to do better in. And what I discovered today in my assessments is that disarming these calls and disarming these decision makers is going to be key, because what's happening is that we're calling and people are immediately thinking that you are a salesperson, and the last thing that people want to hear or stop what they're doing in their busy day is to talk to a salesperson. You guys agree with me? These people are busy in their day-to-day, day-to-day work life. Okay. And I think about even myself, if I'm at my desk all day and I'm dealing with some things and I'm trying to put together business plans and whatever it is that I'm doing, and I get a call from someone that sounds like they're about to pitch me and sell me. So I've had to break my concentration on from what I was doing to being pitched. Okay. And so what happens when that happens? What happens? The decision maker or the people on the other line does this, right? They put their guards up. Imagine going inside the ring. Imagine going inside a boxing ring, okay? And you're about to face or fight your opponent, okay? And you're looking at them, you size them up, and you know that it's about to be a fight. The first thing you're going to do is do what? Put your guards up. First thing, because you are expecting and you anticipating that this person is going to throw a punch. This is the same thing that happens in sales, okay? It's the same thing when you're cold calling someone and you want to get across to them whatever it is that you're trying to present. These people come inside the ring when they pick up their phone on that other line, they're inside the ring. Immediately, they're coming out with their guards up. Okay? So your job as a consultative global compliance agent, your job is to skillfully disarm them. Okay? Your job is to skillfully disarm them. And so what does that mean in our arena? So what that means in our arena is disarming in sales. All it does, it refers to the strategic use. It's a strategic use of language, tone, and approach, right? To approach to lower a prospect's natural defense, to lower their natural defense. Okay, so the disarming process is just a strategic style or strategic way or techniques using language and the tone of your voice and the approach to lower the defense, and it's their natural defense, or lower their resistance, especially at the beginning of an interaction. Does this make sense? Okay. So it's about making the other person feel safe. They're simply protecting themselves. They don't know what you're about to pitch. They don't, and then some people are scared of falling victim to your pitch, right? They don't know, what you're about to sell them. And they just don't want to hear it, right? They think that you're about to sell them something. Well, you're not. They don't know this. You're not trying to sell them anything, but they don't know this. But you need to make them feel safe, okay? You need to make them feel understood, and you need to allow them to feel like they're still in control. Okay? You don't want to take the control away from the decision maker. You don't want to take control away. You want to skillfully let them remain in control, but make them feel safe. Hey, you know what? This is not a sales call. In the beginning of these calls, you have to disarm and let this person know, or this decision maker or the customer, let them know right off the bat, this is not a sales call. I'm not calling you to sell you anything. Okay, this is a compliance call. I'm a global compliance agent. So let me put your mind at ease, Mr. Customer. I'm not here to sell you anything. You don't have to spend any money with me or anything like that. That's not what this call is about. So let's disarm that theory. All right. What I am is I'm a compliance agent with G2 Global Network. Your company was actually just assigned to me to get some FICA to get the FICA tax credits that was given to you back in 2014 applied. I'm not sure if you are aware that you've got some tax credits and some money that you're leaving on the table. I'm not sure if you're aware of that or not. But that's what my job is as a global compliance agent, is to actually show you some tax strategy, show you a tax strategy that you're already, you probably already are utilizing with your medical. I'm sorry, with your wellness benefits that you're offering to your employees. You're just not taking advantage of all the full advantage of all the tax codes. So that's the only reason why I'm here. I'm not here to sell you anything. Let's, if I can just get maybe 10 or 15 more minutes of your time just to kind of show you exactly what it is that, you're leaving on the table, would that be okay? All right. So it's a disarming using tone and using a certain language to make them feel comfortable. They're already thinking that you're trying to sell them something. So why is disarming? Why does this matter? It matters because most people, especially decision makers, have been conditioned to expect a sales pitch the moment they realize someone is trying to sell them. Okay? So as a result, what happens is their defense goes up. They say things like, I'm not interested, before they even hear the offer. Okay? You guys are going to hear that. People say, no, I'm not interested. You probably are, you probably already heard someone say that to you. And then you're like, whoa, okay, what do I say from there? I'm not interested. They assume it's just another pitch, another cold pitch. They mentally prepared to say no every rep. So that's another thing you have to understand. When you're going through the door, these clients are already prepared to say no to you. You have to know that. They're prepared to say no. Their defense says no already. Before you open up your mouth, before you tell them who you are, their defense mechanism is already loaded with a bunch of no, 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 right? And all that no means is that they don't have enough information to know that they need to talk with you. That's all the no means. They just don't have enough information right now in their mind so they can make a educated decision to speak with you, right? So disarming breaks that pattern. So you got to become masters of disarming. So disarming breaks that pattern and it interrupts their automatic no. It breaks that pattern, okay? It interrupts their automatic no response and causes them to pause, reconsider, and then stay engaged. That's what you want. You want them to pause, reconsider, and stay engaged, right? Is that right? Okay, because
Yes.
okay, so they're saying no, but you just want them to think about why they're saying no, right? So there's 5 disarming techniques I'm going to give everybody, okay? This is what you can use when making these calls and you're calling a decision maker who quickly shuts you down by saying, I'm not interested. Especially when they mistake your compliance call for a traditional sales pitch, right? People are saying to you, Damien, listen, buddy, I'm not interested. And they haven't heard the fact that they're overspending in $1 million every year. You know, they don't know this. But what if you told them up front, like, wait a minute, you know, if I told you that you were spending, if you were throwing away $1 million, I mean, literally overpaying $1 million every year, would this conversation, would 10 minutes of your time be, you know, acceptable?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So this is where when it starts getting like that, when people just don't want it and their defense is that you got to get dead in there and jump right in there and tell them what it is at this point, because they're not trying to hear anything. They think right now you're trying to sell them something, right? I'm not interested. Okay. So here's five disarming techniques that you want to use. This is called the pattern interrupt techniques. Okay. Listen, I totally understand. Sounds like you get pitched a lot. Just to clarify this, Damien, this isn't a sales call. It's actually a compliance briefing that's tied to how your companies like yours are leaving a lot of money on the table. So this is why I'm calling. I'm not calling you to sell you anything. It's a compliance briefing. Okay, you're leaving a ton of money on the table and you're just unaware of it. Has anybody? Then you're going to go into your open-ended question. Okay, no, you're going to go to you're going to go to 2 things. You're going to go to a closed-ended question, and then you're going to go to an open-ended question. Right after you do this, right? The closed-ended question is going to be, has anybody ever explained this program, or has anybody ever explained this tax strategy to you? Most of the time, what's the answer going to be?
No.
Exactly, right? So you already know this. You know this as you're just setting the stage and asking questions, right? So a closed-ended question means what? It's only one answer to it. It's only one answer to it. It's a yes or a no. That's a closed-ended question. Okay. When you ask an open-ended question, it's because you're ready to get them to start talking. Okay, so no one has ever explained this to you. Let me ask you, Damien, what is some of the challenges that your company may be experiencing right now that you're trying to solve, whether it be retention, is it you guys are trying to trim the fat, or is it benefits? What's some of the things that you guys are probably talking about from an executive standpoint that you want to accomplish this year?
It's definitely employee retention.
Employee retention. Listen, a lot of companies are saying the same thing nowadays. Let me tell you that this program that I'm going to give you, these FICA tax credits, does just that. Okay, actually, it increases your employee retention by 18 to 20%. Here's the reason why. With implementing these FICA tax credits, yes, we're going to save you, a ton of money, up to about $1,000 per employee that you have. But in addition to that, Damien, we're also going to give you additional benefits to those employees, benefits like health care, accidental death and dismemberment, daycare assistant, mental health care, things like disability, okay? Chiropractic care, if you need that. These are additional coverages that you can offer to your employees, which would give you a Fortune 500 level company look. Here's what statistics say. Statistics, Damien, says that 87% of employees stay at companies that they don't even like for the sake of benefits. So I'm hearing you say that, you need to attract and keep more retention. Well, this is definitely a way to do this without you spending any money, increasing marketing budget, or spending a dime. Matter of fact, we're going to put money back into your bottom line and increase your retention. Okay. So how's that sound to you, Damon?
Sounds very interesting. I'd really like to hear more.
Absolutely. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate you wanting to hear more information about this. As a matter of fact, I want to give you more information. So let's do this. Let's get you some solid numbers. Thursday or Friday, I can actually get this back to you. I can get some solid numbers back to you. I want to get a copy of your payroll log and also your census report. Here's the reason why. I want to run a forensic report for you so I can show you exactly where you are spending the most money and how you can put that money back into your account. So since you do want more information, I want to give you more information that's pertinent to your account. Okay.
Sure.
All right. So guys, listen, that's the pattern interrupt. Okay. That's the pattern. You're interrupting the pattern, right? So here's another one. This is we talked about this some time ago, that authority transfer. Thank you, Damon. That authority transfer. All right. Remember, you're a compliance agent. You're not a salesperson. You have to understand your power. I'm not calling you to sell you anything. As a matter of fact, I'm just like you, Damon. I don't want to hear these sales calls either. But this came across our compliance desk and was flagged for an executive attention. So someone in your position should definitely be aware of this. If this is not your lane, I'll be happy to speak with the person that it is. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So these are all shifting the conversations from people saying, "Hey, now listen, I'm not interested." Okay. Why are you calling? Here's what's called the reverse risk. This isn't about buying anything. Damon, listen, I 100% agree with you. When you're saying you're not interested. However, this isn't about buying anything. Let me just stop you there. I'm not trying to sell you anything at all. You're not going to buy anything. You're not going to spend any money. I don't want to know anything about your company's financials or anything like that. This is about protecting your business from miscompliance incentives that most companies aren't aware of yet. We're talking like 98% of the companies, 8,800 companies nationwide are registered for this program. Okay, and taking advantage of these FICA tax credits. But 98% of you all don't know it exists because it was buried inside the Affordable Care Act bill. Okay, so it's like 906 pages that bill covers, and a lot of companies that have not read through that bill and understand all of the perks that come along with that bill didn't know that these tax credits are sitting there and waiting for you. So that's what they hire us as a company to do. The government is incentivizing us to come out to make sure that you are aware that these FICA tax credits are readily available for you and you can use them right now, but you cannot. The unfortunate part about this, Damon, it's not retroactive. Okay, so you know it's a use them or lose them type clause. Okay, so I want to make sure we get this applied for you before you keep spending out and keep bleeding out money that you don't have to bleed. You're just overpaying.
Okay.
Okay. So it's all about conversation, guys. Listen, the curiosity hook. All right, what to say, right? Most companies don't realize they're non-compliant. Listen, Damon, most companies, I understand you're not interested. Most companies don't realize that they're non-compliant until they're audited. Okay. And the problem with that, Damon, is that it's too late. And by that time, it's too late to capture any of the lost revenues. Any revenues that you thought you were going to capture, it'll be too late at that time. Okay, so this call is to make sure that you're not in that category and you're not part of that 98% of people that's unaware and spending ridiculous amount of money every year and every month that they don't have to spend. You could use that money for so many other things, such as expanding your business, giving executive raises, maybe putting out raises to the employees. Okay. So many other things, increasing your marketing budget. But I mean, you guys got 200 employees, right? Yeah, I mean, so
Yeah.
okay, so you're looking at anywhere from 500 to $1,000 per employee. Okay, so that you're overspending. But even if we did it at a minimum of $500, Damon, you're dishing out $100,000 that you don't need to dish out extra. You're overspending 100,000. Now, if you're okay, then with putting out 100,000, just giving it away, that's fine. Then I really don't have a job here. You're okay with spending that money. But if you're not okay with it, and you need us to get that, and you need us to get those dollars back into your bottom line, let's set up a call let's set up a call on Thursday or Friday. Let me bring my team in. Let's sit here and let's analyze what you got going on, and let's get these dollars back into your account, and then get some additional coverage for your employees.
Thursday sounds good, Mr. Cannon.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So the curiosity hook is that these executives don't want to feel like that they're losing anything. Okay, they don't want to feel like that if they if they don't make a move, that they are going to lose. All right, so that's just this is what this hook is about, is to promote that curiosity. I'm going to give you all a handout for this stuff too. So would it be crazy just to take 90 seconds? Listen, would it be crazy just to take 90 seconds to show you why companies are adjusting how they're handling this, especially with new federal guidelines affecting your margins? And 90 seconds is all I ask.
Okay.
Okay. See, we're disarming. This training is strictly about disarming, because what you want is the ability to go in there and explain what you're doing. Don't sound scripted. Don't sound scripted. Okay? You cannot sound scripted. You have to have regular conversation. Hey, Damon, this is Moe. Let me ask you a question. I know you're the gatekeeper, right? Damon, you're the gatekeeper. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Damon, I was wondering if you can do me a huge favor. Okay. Hey, what's that? I need to speak with Doug. Can you put me through to Doug? Okay. Or one of the things I saw Anthony do, I listened to one of his calls today. I noticed Anthony went straight in and say, "Hey, Doug, please, can you put me through to Doug?" Or Cal, the guy, whoever the guy was on there. I thought that was pretty good. He did, he went straight to the point. He didn't sugarcoat anything. He went straight to the point. All right. So now you got the decision maker on the line. I'm sorry, you got the gatekeeper on the line. You know, you're basically just, you want to treat the gatekeeper very nicely. Don't dismiss him or her. Okay, they're the gatekeeper. They'll stop you from getting to the next place. Okay, so if you can help me out, I need to get to Doug. Hey, what's this call about? Well, I've been assigned to your company. I'm a global compliance agent. I've been assigned to your company because it looks like your company hasn't taken advantage of a FICA tax program that was given back to you guys in 2014. And so you guys have been making payroll and not taking advantage of the credits, and it's affecting you guys' bottom line. So I'm calling to speak with Doug because my company's job is to make sure that you guys, your company, is aware of these credits. Most companies aren't. So Doug is on our books as being the decision maker. Is he still the same person? Is he still the right? Is Doug still the right to act the same? I'm sorry, is Doug the right person that I should be speaking with?
Yes.
Okay. All right, great. Let me speak with Doug. Doug gets on the phone. Doug, how are you?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, Doug. First of all, I was just speaking with Jackie. Let me start off by saying my name is Moe. I'm a global compliance agent with G2 Global Network. This is not a sales call. Let me just start off there because I'm sure you probably get sales calls every day. All right. Let me stop my pitch real quick. Just remember, guys, remember when we did the training about the whole Duffy approach? This is when that Duffy approach comes in. Hey, I know you're wondering why I'm calling you. I know you wonder who I am and why I'm calling you, where I'm calling from, that type of thing, right? You're answering questions. You're answering the question that the decision makers have in their head without them asking. That's what the Duffy approach is. You know that they're wondering who you are. They're wondering why you're calling, and they're wondering what you're calling for. That's the natural process and the psychology of any person on that other line. Who is this? Why are they calling them what they want, right? Think about if someone's calling you and you don't know who this person is. Right, Trudy? Somebody calling you? Trudy on mute.
mute.
Yeah.
I had it, but yeah,
Right. So someone calls you. What your natural instinct is, who are you? What do you want? And where are you calling from?
I do it all day long.
Everybody does. That's your natural. This is the psychology. Okay. And when you understand in sales, guys, when you start understanding the psychology part of it, then you know how to use it properly. A lot of times people think in sales it's just giving a pitch and it's just saying some good stuff, and no, there's a psychology behind this, right? So you want to make sure that we talked about voice reflections in a sales training we did before. All that stuff is starting to add up now on what you want to use here, because you got to have voice reflection. You want to make sure that you relax, and you want to make sure that you're disarming these people right in the beginning. Okay, so hey, I'm Mo. I spoke with Jackie. Let me just off the bat let you know that I'm a global compliance agent. I am not a salesperson. I know you get sales calls all the time, but I'm a global compliance agent with G2 Global Network. Okay. My company actually has having me to give you a call for a simple reason. You guys was given some FICA tax credits back in 2014 that you have not utilized at all. So you're overpaying in your payroll taxes. Okay. So my job is to call you or to contact you to inform you of this, number one. Secondly, is to show you how we can get that resolved for you. All right. This is a tax strategy that most companies don't know that's been made available to them. Okay, so this came up under the Affordable Care Act back in 2014, where these FICA tax credit in this program was revised. Now, this is where I'm going to come in and ask him, has anybody ever spoke to you about the Wellness Plus program? And the answer most likely is going to be no. Okay. If I could, okay, well, and within this conversation, if I could show you, that, where you're actually spending a great deal of additional money within your payroll structure, if I could show you that in the next 15, 20 minutes, would that be okay for you to set aside a time to talk about it? Yeah, to speak on it. Absolutely. All right. So this is all this call is about. So we got that all out the way, Mr. Customer. So now we got that out the way. Okay. You realize this is not a sales call. I'm not trying to sell you anything. You don't have to walk away with your checkbook and anything like that. Okay. This is really just a compliance call. That's all this is. So, and would it be crazy just to take 90 seconds to show you how companies are adjusting to how they handle this, especially with all these new federal guidelines? Okay. So it's little things like that. Disarming. That's it. So when you guys been on the phone today, and I'm listening to some of the calls, I'm hearing the people right off the bat, I'm not interested. But here's what I'm also hearing, that you guys are going into sales pitches, like you sound salesy. You sound like a salesperson. So when I'm listening to the calls, you sound like you're trying to sell something, okay? You're not giving enough time to get the customer or the client, this prospect, to digest what it is that you want, why you call. So what I'm hearing is this. Hi, my name is such and such. I'm with G2 Global Network. I'm calling you because there's some FICA tax credit, or there's a government little unknown secret, a government program, called the Wellness Plus that's circulating, that's really available for you, blah, 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 right? So people are like, hey, no, I don't want to hear that. I'm done. Instead of calling people and having a conversation, just simply talking, hey, Doug, how's it going? Good. Okay, great. First of all, let me just, before I start, let me just reassure you, I'm not a salesperson. This is not a sales call. Okay, this is strictly a compliance call. I'm a compliance agent. All right, just that simple. It's that simple. This is the reason why. This is the reason why we are going in from that angle, right? Instead of going in from a benefit provider or benefits, additional benefits and things like that. You got to sell that. You don't have to sell anybody on putting money back into their bank account that they're overspending. You don't have to sell anybody about giving their change back, right? Right?
Right.
Correct.
You don't have to sell anybody about giving their change back, sir. I'm not trying to say you anything. I'm just trying to give you your change back. And you got a lot of change on the table, right? I'm not trying to say anything. I'm literally trying to give you your change back. That's one thing about this. You're overspending. I'm a compliance agent. I see where you're overspending, and I'm here to stop the bleeding. Okay? That's it. So use that authority approach. Know your power. You got power in your hand. Here's the power that you have. You got a pocket full of tax credits that you need to give them so they can put this money back into their account and get additional benefits for their employees, so they can increase their retention. All right. So they can increase their profitability. Okay. So they can attract more better talent. Okay, all of those things. So know your power. So as soon as they started treating you like a salesperson, no. This is where you go into authority mode. No, I'm not a salesperson. Let me stop you right there, sir. I understand that you're busy, but I also understand that you're spending you're spending $200,000 a year over that you should not be spending, and that's why I'm calling. So can I get 10 or 15 minutes of your time so we can go through this and I can show you exactly what I mean? You just want to get their attention and stop them from the whole, he's about to sell me something. No, I'm not. Okay? When you guys said that you guys have a benefit plan and you guys have a wellness plan in place? Yes, okay. You know, and you can talk about it from there, right? Eric, what do you say about this, Eric?
Hey, sorry, I was muted.
That's okay.
No, I think you're 100% right. Sorry, I'm at the gym, so it's noisy here, but yeah, I would say you're 100% right. I mean, it's not a sales call. There's no upfront cost for them, and so it's all about saving them money. So
Correct.
remember that you're not trying to get them to give you anything. You just want to give them the opportunity to save money, but also to offer fantastic benefits portfolio to their own employees. So it's a win-win-win for everybody. So that's what I always try and keep in mind.
Correct. Correct. G, what about you? What do you have to say behind these disarming techniques and how we go about disarming these clients?
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, I'm in the car.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think the main thing is I think the initial pitch should be, if you find yourself going over like your initial burst of information over like 45 to 60 seconds, you're giving them too much.
Right.
They're about the program, that people don't think that fast. They can't digest information like that. So it should be extremely short. Like, here's what I got, when you're scrolling through YouTube, right? Everyone has really, really, really low attention spans, right? So, if you look at something, you get a 20-second reel, if you know YouTube, and then, oh, wow, that's interesting. Let me click on that thing and watch the full video. But no one's going to watch an hour-long video without getting like a teaser. So you got to give them like a little teaser first, right? You give them like a little bit of information, but you break the ice early on by making a joke about how it's not a sales pitch, and then go into that. So you disarm them. But the other thing too, and it kind of gets confusing, because when you think about the word sales script, you think, oh, script, okay, I'll just read from this thing. And the sales script is a blueprint. It's a blueprint on how to build a house, but it's not a blueprint on how to build your house.
Correct.
So we can give you tools. Here's how to use the drill. Here's how to put the wood up. But you have to build your own house. So if you just sit there and read the sales script on the phone, it's going to sound like you're reading a sales script on the phone.
Correct.
And that's going to be. That's what I got to say.
Yeah. Correct. I mean, and at the end of the day, thank you, Jay. When these scripts and everything that we're giving you is strictly to be, like he just said, to be a just a guide, not to be the end. Just the holy grail is what I'm saying. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that. It should be just a guide. You don't have to do it verbatim. You don't have to, be scripted and anything like that. But the guide should really be, you using this as, you don't have to say it even verbatim. How do I do this? Okay. Yeah, this is Moe. And listen, I'm a global compliance agent with G2 Global Network. You got it on here. Hi, this is Moe. I'm a global compliance agent with G2 Global Network. Can you help me out real quick? You can use this as a guy. Hey, how you doing, Jackie? This is Moe. I'm about to say the same thing. I was wondering if you could do me a favor and help me out. I just said,
yeah, be more casual with it.
Right. I just said the same thing. Hey, Gerald, how are you doing? I'm a global compliance agent with G2 Global Network. I was wondering if you can help me out. Now this says go ahead, G.
No, I was just gonna say I agree. I think you just be more casual with it. I think if you if you think about anyone that's an expert in their field, if you got a good mechanic or something like that, I mean, they understand all the fundamentals, but the way that they make you feel comfortable is that they can talk to you, someone who doesn't know anything about maybe a car, in a way that you understand it, so that way you understand that they understand what they're doing. And that's like the hardest thing, is to basically come off as an expert and still be able to give people that understand this information in a way that they can understand it. And the only way you can do that is doing it casually, using a bunch of industry terms and things like that. It's just confusing as hell.
Correct. Exactly. I was assigned to you. I'm calling you, Doug, because I was assigned to your business to do a quick compliance outreach. I wanted to speak with the person that actually oversees the payroll, or the financial compliance for your company. Now, is that the CFO here, or is that the HR director for your company? Who would that be? I'm saying the same thing the script is saying. I'm just saying it casually. Okay. Say the same thing. Look, so what exactly do you guys do? Yeah, great question. We help companies like yours, in a nutshell, with stay compliant with IRS tax codes. Okay. And tax codes like 125, 213, 106, 105. But more importantly, Doug, we translate these complicated tax codes that we're going to discuss into real dollars to go back into your company's bottom line. In a nutshell, you're overspending and payroll taxes that you don't have to spend. Okay. So I'm sure it would make you a lot happier to know that I'm going to put anywhere from $500 to $1,000 per employee back into your bank account. And then we're going to give your employees some additional coverages, some additional coverage, like group life insurance, accidental, critical illness, hospital indemnity, mental health, chiropractic, stuff like that, gym membership, even daycare and personal training. So I know that's a good thing for you guys, because it's going to increase your retention, and also it allows you to attract better talent. Now you can compete with some of the other companies out here that is offering all these additional benefits. Okay. So my question to you, Doug, is has anybody ever talked to you or discussed this program with you at all? Have this tax strategy, have you sat down with an accountant, your CPA, or anybody that may have discussed this program with you all? The answer is going to be no 100% of the time. Most of the time. I don't say 100% of the time. Most of the time. 98% of the time. It's going to be no. Okay. So you see how the flow, guys? Y'all see how I'm talking though? Do you see the conversation? I'm not selling anything. I'm literally having a conversation with them. And I'm scripting. I'm on my computer. I'm scrolling here as we're talking. I can put my rebuttals in here. I mean, I just got all this stuff in front of me, but it's really just used to be a guide. Okay. I'm gonna add to this program here. I'm gonna add the disarming sales techniques on this. So you'll have it right here as well. So when you click on it, you'll have it. But this is huh? What happened?
Can I jump in?
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Oh, can I say something?
Yeah.
You can hear me loud and clear.
You're a little choppy, but I can hear you.
All right. If I break up, just let me know and I'll say it later.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that Mo and I were talking earlier and just saying that the best sales pitches are the ones that don't sound like sales pitches. They just come off as conversations. And actually, we did this the other day. Mo and myself and Eric, we closed this agency. This guy's got 5 businesses. He's got, I don't know, what was the deal, Mo? 20 cars, 11 houses. He's got thousands and thousands and thousands of
Oh,
lives.
yeah.
And he had a lot of questions, but we just kind of went back and forth, had a bunch of kind of conversational stuff, and we closed it down. And that didn't come off as a sales pitch. And then
No.
after the fact, the guy said, "Man, you guys killed that." You know, ones that don't sound like sales pitches.
You're going out, G.
I finished. I finished this. Back to you, Mo.
Yeah, you're 100% right. You're 100% right, man. The deals that close are the ones that don't sound like. Just talk to the people, y'all. Let's make it real simple. Just talk. Don't call to sell. Don't call to pitch. Call to inform them. You just call it to inform them. Okay? You're a global compliance agent. You're not a salesperson. You're not, you're a compliance agent, and you've got in your arsenal, you've got some FICA tax credits that they're just not applying. They don't know about it. And you're the one that has this information at your fingertips and in your head, and I'm here to share it with you. Listen, don't hang up on me, because guess what? You got, before you hang up on me, and that's fine. If you still want to hang up on me afterwards, that's completely fine. But you guys got 1,000 employees here. You have 1,000 employees. That means that you're putting out $500,000 extra that you don't have to spend at minimum. I'm just kind of giving you an gauge, but at minimum. Is that okay with you? Give me 10 minutes. Let me explain how. Let me explain how this works, okay? And the reason why I'm calling. So whatever technique you got to use to keep them on the phone to get your point across, use these techniques. Disarm them. Remember, going through the door, they've got their guards up. Damien, you're a boxing trainer, right?
Correct. Yep.
So, and when you train, the opponent that's in the ring, what's one of the first things you teach your students?
Personally, the jab, but to keep your hands up at all times.
Yeah. Okay. So you personally teach them first the jab, right? You teach them
Correct.
to throw a punch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now that's fine. So then these clients would be, I don't want to call them the victim, but what would you call them? What would you call
The enemy, the opponent.
the opponent?
Yeah, something like that.
They would be the opponent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a little war going on. It's a battle for who's going to succeed.
Exactly, man. These people don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know you from Adam.
Mm-hmm.
They were just looking at some proposals. They're just, they're mad about some deals that just didn't happen. Their retention is low. The company could be going under. It could be some stuff going on. And you're calling them right in the midst of this.
It's like a little war where you want to take these people hostage and have them become a client. Client is also known as a hostage. I got you. Now you're going to comply with this IRS tax code. Listen,
100%. I think about G and I, right? So we have to meet. We meet every day. Every day we're meeting, talking about our businesses, talking about what we have going on, things like that, right? And a lot of times, a lot of meetings that we have are very stressful meetings because we've got so much going on, so much that we have to spend, so much we got to do. And we're just like, sometimes I'm not all the way jolly all the time. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? How am I going to fix this, right? And so imagine all of that going on, and I get a phone call from Trudy.
Hey Mo, how are you?
Exactly.
My name is, and I'm a global compliance agent for G2 Network,
I
And
don't
I'm
care,
call-
Trudy. I'm Trudy. I'm right now. I'm going through some things, Trudy. I don't care. What do you want?
understand that, sir. It is hard out here. It's hard out here, and I'm calling you to see if I can show you how you're leaving money on the table. Money that could be going back in your bottom line that might solve some of the problems that you're having today.
Perfect. Very good. Very good. Perfect. That's exactly what you're supposed to do, what you just saw Trudy do. Perfectly. Well done and well executed. Okay? That's exactly what you're supposed to do. She heard me say, I'm frustrated. She heard me say, I've got things going on. She saw the frustration and she took that and used that and said, hey, what I got going on could solve that frustration that you got going on right now. Right? So that got my attention because I'm in a frenzy. I'm in some distress. But Trudy just said, I got a solution for you. Okay? That's what you all have to remember. Remember who you are. Remember what you have. Remember the program. It's just not to sell. Don't sell it. Have a conversation. Offer it like these people are your buddies. Just offer it. Okay? And here's the other flip part of this. The only way you can do that, too, and just simply offer it is knowing the program, knowing the product. So, which means that you have to study to know exactly what you're talking about. Like, I was just talking on the phone right now and it's saying, yeah, I got a program that can actually put some dollars back into your bank account just by applying some additional FICA tax credits that you probably don't know is available to you. Just in a nutshell, that's all it was. That's the conversation. That's what I do. I kind of specialize in tax strategies that help companies like yours uncover uh, uncover dollars that they're spending that you don't necessarily know that you're spending or losing out on in the form of medical benefits that you're paying, taxes you pay on your medical benefits. So I've got a tax strategy and some FICA tax credits I can give you to offset that and get some money back into your account and get some additional coverage for your employees. Okay. So let's talk. Let's give me about 10 or 15 minutes. I'll be out of your hair. And if you're anything like me, Mr. Customer, I don't have any hair, so this is gonna be real short. You see what I mean? So we're laughing together on the phone now. So if you're anything like me, I don't have any hair, so it's gonna be real short. Right? So we're breaking that ice. We're breaking that ice, get them to laugh, get them to smile, and make them forget about what they were just doing. Okay? This is a conversation piece. Stop thinking about this like telemarketing, sales calls. I haven't been able to get on the phone this week, but next week I'm going to be doing live calls. I've just been really busy, but I'm going to be doing live calls, and we're going to have this conversation with these people. Just conversations, okay? So anyway, that's what I got for you for today. G, did you want to add to this?
No, it's real good. So yeah, I like it. I don't have anything else to say. Thanks.
All right.
Do you have a new link for us?
A new link.
Yeah. Because you added some things, right? You added
Oh yeah,
some.
no, I haven't done it yet. You'll have it. So they'll have it tomorrow. It'll be on this same. I wonder if would the link be changed or the link stay the same. It should stay the same, right? I believe it should stay the same. But if
Okay.
not, I'm not. You'll have it.
What link?
So for the sales pitch, the
What
money
link?
script.
The link for the CRM sales pitch. The
Yeah.
money,
The
yeah.
money talk script. She's saying.
The one that we're going over right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the link. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Not for the CRM, right?
No, for the money we talked about.
The script. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Should say the
he
same.
something to it, and then he wants to put it back on Discord. So
Yeah.
if he asks, he's asking you, is the link going to change?
And
Shouldn't
if,
change. No, it should not change.
Okay.
Okay.
but you just repost it in the Discord so that everybody will have it, even the new people that just came on.
Yes.
Okay, all right, good deal. Thank you, Mo. That was good, everybody. That was great.
Thank you. Did this help out a little bit? It did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
move right there. Exactly.
When I listen to the cost, that's okay. Wait, let me stop. I was going to go over this. This little piece right here is going to change your, again, when you call them tomorrow, you guys start calling tomorrow. This one little piece change your whole conversation. Don't be afraid of these people. They're nothing that you need to be afraid of.
That's right.
Don't be afraid of what are they going to do to you. So I tell you, get off my phone. And you're going to call them back and say, you know what, I'm sorry, we got disconnected. It sounded like you said, get off my phone. And I was trying to put $100,000 into your bank account. Was that, I just want to make sure mine wasn't losing connection.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's less stressful this way. Anyway,
is.
you're not like kind of just be casual with it because you're
Yeah.
not selling them anything. You're not, it's not like you're asking them for money. And you can
Nope.
tell them that. Tell them it up front. I don't need anything from you. I don't want any money from you. Keep your money. Ha 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 ha. Right?
I don't want any
Joke.
And tell them also, you could tell them, listen, I'm just like you. People call me all the time, and I don't want to hear it. I don't have time.
It's hard out there.
It's hard out here. Yeah, I get it. But this is not a sales call, and yeah, this is what it is. So, and even when you get into that part of it, okay, this is the other thing I want you to be careful. Okay, you got past it. You got past the resistance now. Now you're past the resistance. You still don't go back into sales mode.
Our conversation.
Stay conversational. That's it.
Yeah, because they're going to ask you all the important questions. They're going to say, "Oh, wait, do I have to switch my provider?" And you're just going to answer those questions because you don't want to just give all that information out. They don't even. You might be overthinking it. You're like, "Oh man, they're probably wondering if they're going to have to switch providers. They're going to have to change their insurance," and you'll start over saying things that they're not even asking you.
Correct.
Right.
You want to
Basically talking yourself out of a sale.
Right.
This whole conversation, you all, this whole conversation need to be basic. Here's the summary of it. It needs to be centered around, I've got some FICA tax credits for you. And oh, by the way, I've got additional coverage for your employees that we can give them. Okay. I've got some money on the table. I've got money for you that you're leaving on the table. You just don't know it. That's your mindset. You don't know it. So give me a second. You're going to love me later. Our relationship is going to start off rocky right now, but at the end of this call, you're going to love me. I promise you. Okay. We might even get married. I don't know if you're into that.
Hey Mo, this is Malik. How you doing?
Hey Malik, how you doing, bro?
All right, okay. I've been role playing over the last couple weeks with several of the consultants, and around 3 C's. One is having a conversation. I literally have been drilling that in, just
Yep.
like having a conversation. Eva can attest to that. Second thing is the second C. The second C is closing.
Okay.
What are we on this call for? We're not on this call to talk about FICA credits and sound smart. We're on this call to close for a demo. We need their payroll report in order to do the proper analysis. We're closing for that, and we're closing for that Zoom call, right?
Correct.
So we want
it.
to keep these. And the last C that I've been role playing is control. We want to stay in control of the call from the time that we have the decision maker on the phone until we close them for that Zoom call, and we have the necessary documents that we need, a commitment that they're coming on our email, right? So that we can be properly prepared and have a productive call on the Zoom call. We get into the weeds and we get into the the proprietary terminology and stuff like that. We want to keep this high level, and that's pretty much what I've been talking to them about.
Mhm.
So Yeah, we want to absolutely know our product. We want to be smart about it. We want to have the knowledge of it. If that question does come up, that we're able to handle the objection only to move it to that Zoom call.
What's
Correct.
that first, C?
Excuse me. Let me finish. Um, because you made me lose my train of thought when you do stuff like that, guys. Okay, so our purpose of once we get a decision maker on the call, our purpose and our goal is to move them to the next step. That next step is that Zoom call.
Correct.
That's what we're closing for. That's
Correct.
where we're going to get all of the good stuff at.
That's right.
All right. So I just want to add that.
That's good. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, Malik. Yep, you're in the right vein. Yep, this is a conversation, guys. That's it. It's just a conversation. Just like we're talking right now, the same tone is what you should be speaking to the customer in. You don't have to get all hyped up. Hi, I'm a global compliance agent with G2 Global Network. How are you today? You don't have to do that. Hey, Trudy, how are you? Good. I'm a global compliance agent with G2 Global Network. I'm giving you a call. My company's actually having me to call you, by the way. I hope I wasn't disturbing you or anything, right?
No, but I really don't want to buy anything right now. I'm sorry. I just don't have the time.
Hey, Trudy, you're just like me. I don't want to buy anything either. I don't have the time or the money to buy to buy anything. This is and I'm glad you said that, so we can just cut to the chase. I'm not here to sell you anything. I promise you. And if I was here to say anything, I probably wouldn't be a good salesperson anyway. But I'm here just to give you some information as a global compliance agent. Once again, my company had me to call you because you're leaving some money on the table. Back in 2014, there was some FICA tax credits that was given to you to offset some of the spending that you're doing with your benefit, your taxes that you're paying on your benefits. You probably are using one of the tax codes, but we can add. I want to get 3 additional tax codes added to your wellness program, so you can eliminate about $1,000 or $500 to $1,000 worth of additional spending per employee every year, and put that back into your account. Okay, so that's what this call is about. It's not about selling you anything. It's you're already approved for this program. Every business is approved since 2014. You guys just didn't know about it. It wasn't heavily populated, and this is why the government is actually incentivizing us and having us to go out and to speak to you guys about this and educate you about what's available for you. Okay, it just came up under the Affordable Care Act. Let me ask you this, Trudy. Has anybody ever discussed this program or this type of scenario with you before?
No, I've never heard of it.
Never heard of this, and don't feel bad. 98% of the companies have not heard of this, okay? Only 2% of the companies even taking advantage of these FICA tax credits. So that's exactly why I'm here, because I figured that you probably didn't hear about it because you would have had these FICA tax credits applied, correct? Okay, so that's
That kind of money, yes.
I know, right? So this is what the nature of this call is all about. Okay, so and then we'll get into the gist of everything at that point and ask an open-ended question. So this is the time you start asking the open-ended questions. True. Let me ask you before I go further. So I want to make sure that I'm positioning this properly with you. What type of things have your company been seeking after in terms of this year, your goals, as it relates to your goals? Are you retention focused? Are you is your company trying to put more money back into the bottom line? You're trying to trim the fat. What areas are you really focused on as a company right now? Maybe we can help you in that area.
We're actually doing a 3-pronged approach. So we want to retain our employees, we want to save money, and we want to make sure they get the best benefits they can.
Hey, truly, I call that the triple decker.
Oh,
I call that the triple decker, but here's the good thing, Trudy. This wellness program actually solves all three of those issues that you have. Okay, it solves the issues with putting money back into your bottom line, retaining your your employees by 18 to 20% actually on their retention, and also attracting new talent for you because you want to have additional benefits such as disability and daycare assistance. You'll have things like mental health care assistance and a lot of stuff that bigger companies or even just more
He's
informed
saying now
more
it's
informed
for
companies.
the Zoom call, not us.
Mute.
More informed companies would have available for them. So I just want to make sure you're part of that 2% of companies that's in the know. Okay. So
Okay.
all right. So truly, this is then we'll go into our whole pitch from there. But this is just breaking all that tension in the beginning. You got to use personality. You have to use just regular conversation. Don't be fearful. These people are just people, just like you. Put their pants on just like you. Okay. And you talk to them just like I just spoke to Trudy. That's the exact tone you want to have. It's the same demeanor that you want to have. Okay. All right. That's the nature of this call today. All right. Hopefully this helped to break down that ice and to break down that tension and to get past the I'm not interested and and listen, what is that you're not interested in? No, you're hanging up on $100,000, $200,000 that you're overspending in. That's what you're hanging up on, and I'm sure you don't want to do that. You got to reverse it. You got to reverse it. Okay. All right. Anything else, guys? Anybody want to add to this meeting for tonight? Anything else that you can add that we can enhance this meeting? Any good information that you want to add? All right. With that
Excellent training, Mo. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome, Eva. Thank you so much. Hopefully it helped and use it. Let's just use
I
it.
appreciate it as well.
No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end this training for today. And I will see each and every one of you at the top. Wings up.
Okay, I have a question for you, Mo, after you stopped recording.